Hello, today I would like to talk about perfectionism and how your perspective on what's perfection can actually change your world and your inner peace as well. So you have to know I'm an ex ultra perfectionist, and it led me to a lot of difficulties, a lot of procrastination, a lot of missed opportunities. The biggest missed opportunity is a lack of joy in what I was doing, a lack of enjoyment of doing things, actually, which led to procrastination for sure. So I remember that talk we had with my father when I was 4 or 5 years old, and he was telling me that nothing was perfect. And I remember I was not agreeing. I was there, but actually everything is perfect. And he took as an example a tree and how it's full of failures. Nothing is perfect. There is no straight line and so on. I mean, I understood his point of view, but I was not agreeing at all. I was there. The tree is just perfect as it is. And I grew up. And even if I still believe that, and I think I always believed that, I lost myself as we all do. And I ended up focusing on perfection only based on the results. I was expecting a result that was XYZ. And if I wasn't reaching that level of perfection, I was picturing in my mind, I was starting over and over and over and over again. And I was not enjoying at all. It was painful, which led me to procrastinate, obviously. What I want to share today is just a little message that we all know, is that everything is already perfect as it is. And I want to go a step further for those who are struggling with perfectionism, because pushed to a certain extent, it really becomes a curse when actually, if you look at the other side of the coin, it can be a blessing. So if you focus on the level of enjoyment you're going to have creating something, and there are two variables here. It's your focus is not on the result, first of all. It's not on the performance, but it's on enjoying. How much joy can you have doing something? And also not on producing something, but on creating something, which is drastically different. I think you already get my point, but I'm still going to expand a bit because I love to talk. Well, the thing is, our society, our upbringings, a lot of variables up to work, school, push us to perform. And they don't teach us to focus on the pleasure, the joy we're going to feel when we do something, which leads to a lot of depressions, a lot of people living their life without any purpose and feeling empty in a way, which is sad. And that's why I would like to share that view of perfection, that everything is already perfect as it is. We all have drawbacks, we all have failures, we are all imperfect. If you look at from a certain point of view, that certain point of view is a straight line, is the perfection. Is you go to school, then you do your secondary school, and then you go to university, and then you get a job, and then you get married, and then you get children, and all that. If you don't do this before 30, I'm joking, but if you don't do that, yeah, it's true, actually, before 30, you failed. If you manage to detach your vision of perfection from the result, from the performance, from your expectations as well, and you shift your focus on what you feel, on how something makes you feel. Oh, I have some visits. He wants attention. So if you focus your attention on the act of creation, and you completely detach from the results, the performance, and everything, you're going to see that everything you do is actually already perfect as it is. Even when you broke a mug, I mean, you broke it perfectly. For example, when you draw, and then you don't do that line exactly as you wanted it, and it triggers you. You're there like, ugh. I mean, it hurts inside. And actually drawing taught me that even something you basically think is a mistake, a failure, can end up in the perfect drawing. So what helps a lot to shift the perspective is releasing control and admitting that there is kind of a force. Yes, I'm a Star Wars fan, but still, there is a force and energy. There is something around us that just makes everything go perfectly as it should be. I mean, it created an Earth that is orbiting around a little star in the middle of nowhere in the universe. I mean, not nowhere, but still. And we are there, like, going to work every day, like, as if all this was normal. And it is. But that means that what some people see as perfection is perhaps not perfection. Cuckoo. So yeah, my big thing is it can change your life. It can change your peace to see perfection in a different way. So perfectionism can be a pledge, or it can be your best friend. If you feel overwhelmed by your perfectionism, then you need to do something about it. If actually perfectionism is something that brings something to your life, then continue with how you are doing it. I'm mainly talking to people who have issues with perfectionism and who are struggling with it. And I think that art is one of the best way to take distance with perfectionism, or actually from the vision of perfectionism based on results and your expectations of those results. For example, if you play any instrument, or you paint, or you draw, or you sing, or anything like that, you will notice that you will need a lot of practice before reaching a result that is satisfying. I'm not even referring to perfect, just a satisfying result. You need to repeat the same thing over and over and over again, and still you need to repeat it then 10 times more. And you have two options. You can frustrate and pest during the whole process, or you can enjoy. And that's a bit what I'm trying to transmit here. If you can release the control and be patient, you will anyway reach a result that will be satisfying. And I'm not telling you to lower your standards or to be satisfied with a lower level than what you can really do. What I'm trying to tell you is be already satisfied with what you have. Be grateful, actually, not satisfied. It's good to want always more. So being ambitious is a good thing. What can harm you is if you are not grateful for what you already have, for where you already are, and staying humble at the same time, not becoming arrogant because, I already have all this, I already can do all this. I mean, and I think really perfectionism it's a lesson of humility. It's accepting that actually you have no damn control on anything. And it's accepting that perfection as a result, as a performance, doesn't exist. But perfection as a feeling and as a creation, that exists. So you first need to shift your mind. You first need to catch yourself when you go into those thoughts, because it's all about thoughts. I mean, your vision of perfection is only based on your thoughts, on your beliefs. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. My opinion, do what you want with it. But my vision of perfection won't be yours, and yours won't be the one of someone else. I mean, we all have our vision of perfection. The thing is, perfectionism is a huge lesson of humility. Everything is already perfect as it is. So even if, for example, you want to launch a business online and you want the perfect website, you want the perfect logo, you want the perfect name, you want the perfect system for finances and, I don't know, perhaps storage or packaging or I don't know what. Since minute one, you launch your business and you want everything perfect. That's just not possible. And even, I'm going to tell you, even if you get the exact perfect thing you want, which will ask you for a tremendous amount of effort, I can guarantee you that within 6 months to 2 years, you're going to change something to your perfect system. So what I'm trying to say is that if you go too much into perfectionism, it's anyway going to make you procrastinate. And if you don't procrastinate and you still go through the thing, you are going to make your life so much more difficult than what it could be. I think perfectionism is a lot about courage, about bravery to just go, to just do, to accept that what is going to happen will be perfect anyway. It just depends on how you will perceive the result. Even if the result is not perfect as you would have imagined it or expected it, if you just omit that phase of expectations and control and so on, and you just go, you just do, and then you have a result. I mean, you know what? Worst case, you just do it again as music or as drawing, and you will repeat it. And you know what? You will enjoy the process because it will be an experiment. It will be life. Life is nothing more than the addition of many experiences. So that will just be one more. But never expect the perfection. Take the result as it is. And then, whatever happens, if there is something triggering you, if there is something disturbing you, try to change your vision to enjoy the process. To say, okay, I wanted pink, it's purple. I mean, just take it easy. And perhaps, you know what, that purple looks better than the pink. Who knows? Like, go for trial, test, improvement, and so on. And you just repeat. Trial, test, improvements, trial, test, improvement. And you know what? You will reach results that are going to be even better than what your mind could expect in terms of perfection. So that's one point. And the other big point is about creation instead of producing. If you are in a mindset of creation, you know, like when we were children and you were taking, I don't know, Legos or whatsoever, and you were just assembling them. I mean, you were not even really thinking about what you were doing. At some point, something was happening. That's creation. Production is having a plan that lets no room for imagination during the process, that just leads to a particular result. And that's what our society, a lot of jobs, a lot of families, I mean, that's the message they transmit. Reaching a goal, a result. But, I mean, you could reach an even better result if you just let your creativity express itself. If you just trust that everything is already perfect as it is. And you know what? You are as well. You are perfect as you are right now. You want to improve? Go for it. You don't want? Perfect as well. I mean, just let it be. Let it be. Take the things as they come. And each time you go into that perfectionism where you don't enjoy anymore, where it's just pain, where it's just boring and annoying, where you have no room to express yourself, to be creative, I think that's the moment to stop. To think about what you're doing and to think about how you could do it in a different way. Because what I'm going to say is harsh. You have only one life. And that life is, again, just a series of experiments. And actually, you can choose how you want those experiences to feel. I mean, you can take your car and you're in a traffic jam and you can pest. For an hour, you can pest. Or for an hour, you can put music. You can enjoy the moment sitting in your car. Not everybody has a car. You can just enjoy the moment. Looking at the sky, taking a moment to stop, to calm down. And that's up to you if you want to pest for an hour or not. It's the same experience. It's being stuck in your car for an hour in a traffic jam. You can choose how you are going to live it, and you can choose how you're going to live your perfectionism. When you are a perfectionist, you have a huge advantage is you are very perseverant, very endurant. And you can choose to be endurant and perseverant while suffering or while enjoying. And I think the big difference will be in, are you going to go for the performance and the results, or are you going to go for the creativity and the experience, the enjoyment? The last thing I want to add about perfectionism is based on a quote of Pablo Picasso. And he said, "The meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away." Once you have really found your gift or your gifts, and you know it's a gift, you know it's special, please share it with the world. And you will see that that will also help you a lot if you view your gifts not as something that allow you to perform, but that is kind of a mission you have to share those gifts with the world. This vision allows you to take a lot of distance with perfectionism, because if you have a gift and you just want to share it with the world, you just want to give it further, and you really commit to that. You commit for real to give your gifts away. Give, not sell. You give your gifts to the world. You will see that perfectionism, as society teaches us to see it and to live it, is nonsense. It will make no sense to you. 0 sense. So I just wanted to end on that one because I found it beautiful. But yeah, really, if you have a gift, whatever that gift is, please, if you have found your gift, share it with the world. I mean, the world needs you. The world needs your gift, and the world needs you to share that gift, to give that gift while enjoying it, while loving what you do, with love, actually, for yourself and for your gift. So please, if you have found your gift, whatever your gift is, just share it, please, 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 please. And you will see, I can say, if you commit to sharing your gift, your life will change, because it's a commitment to something special you have, and that special thing you have is already perfect as it is. It's already a gift. What do you want more? So again, everything I'm saying there are not advices. They are just based on my experience and opinion. I just hope it will bring something to one person on this earth. It would be already amazing. I thank you very much for your attention. I wish you an amazing day or night, and I see you soon. Bye.